The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of H&R Block and Epson by Tips on TV.
The deadline for filing taxes by April 15th is coming soon, so it is time to get ready. Eek! Joining us today is finance expert and best-selling author Patrice Washington to share tips for taking the stress out of tax season, and boy, do we need it. Patrice is the founder of the Institute for Redefining Wealth, the host of a popular podcast, and the author of Real Money Answers, and we are lucky to have her. Patrice, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie. I heard the eek, so it sounds like we have a lot to talk about.
I haven't filed my taxes yet, I will tell you the truth, but okay, I'm going to listen to some tips today. First of all, what's a top tip for just surviving tax season?
Well, Rosie, I just want people to remember it's not just tax season, it's also Financial Literacy Awareness Month. And so what I've been saying for 7.5 years on the Redefining Wealth podcast, every time this comes up is I say, remember, this is about empowering yourself and knowing your numbers and what your financial circumstance is. You're not going to necessarily know all of the current year's tax codes. So yes, some people can file themselves, Rosie, but honestly, the average person, if you want to make it easier and less stressful, it is time to get to a financial professional.
Absolutely. We love the folks who enjoy studying the code. Where can someone find help?
Well, H&R Block can definitely help filers navigate this season with more ease and confidence. So whether you prefer the control and the flexibility of their DIY service or the expert guidance from one of their 60,000 tax pros, they do offer many ways to file. Their AI Tax Assist provides reliable assistance to complete returns with accuracy and ease. Now, if you prefer help from an expert, their experienced tax pros can assist you virtually or at one of their 9,000 locations. And Rosie, I love this. They also offer a free second look tax review to double check up to 3 years of prior returns for missed credits and deductions. And that is a biggie. So again, if you want to reduce the stress and have more ease, visit hrblock.com to learn more.
The thought that I might have extra money hanging around somewhere is a very tantalizing one. So that's a great tip. How about another pro tip for making filing easier?
So Rosie, I don't know if you haven't filed yet because it's been hard to get the paperwork together. That's usually why most people procrastinate, right? And I used to think organizing receipts was such a challenge until I discovered Rapid Receipt. I love Rapid Receipt because it helps us organize stacks of papers, receipts, invoices, and all other tax-related documents, and it just simplifies the year-end workflow. Rapid Receipt turns financial documents into smart digital data, making them AI-ready for tax season. Epson's ScanSmart AI Pro technology is fast, and Rosie, it is accurate. Plus, Rapid Receipt exports information directly to third-party vendors you probably already use for easier tax filing and fewer errors. So to Rosie and to everyone watching, you got to get it together, guys, and this is a great way to do it. And I heard the Rapid Receipt is actually on sale right now. The Epson ScanSmart is on sale.
Sounds good to me. And I mean, my jaw's on the floor. I had never even heard that such a thing existed. That's so much easier in today's day and age. Okay. Are there any other ways to take some stress out of the tax season?
Now, I really believe, besides not procrastinating, right, I do think another thing that takes the stress away is being in community. You really want to be in supportive spaces where it is okay to talk about it. A lot of people are intimidated to talk about money or to say, oh, I haven't filed yet. And in my community, Redefining Wealth, and in my Redefining Wealth app, I normalize the conversation because I think that it's not just about the wallet. Wealth is about well-being. That was the original 12th century definition. And you can be well when you're in community, being supported, being guided, being coached, being advised, and there's no shame.
I think that's huge. Money can be kind of isolating because you don't want to come out and share your figures with everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're creating community around it instead. Have to ask, as a financial expert, what do you suggest as a top tip for maximizing refunds, getting some of that money back?
Oh, Rosie, I just did a live about this actually in the Redefining Wealth app last night. And this is what I told my ladies. I said, listen, you don't want to be folks who have an either or mentality. We want to embrace the and. What does that mean? We don't have to choose whether we'll pay off debt or whether we'll save. We get to use what I call the 40-40-20 method. And that means that we'll take 40% of the average tax refund this year is $3,300. So we can take 40% of that, Rosie, reduce debt, another 40% increase or establish savings, and then 20% is for personal development. Why? This is not time to just blow the money and it's just about having fun. I really believe that your personal finances will only grow to the extent that you're willing to personally develop. You have to be the person that can hold space for what it is you say you want. So I don't care if it's a book, if it's a language app, if it's a course, if it's a conference. What is going to help you grow personally, professionally, and just as an individual so that you can create the space to hold more and more money and be better with your finances. So 20% should go towards investing back in you.
Oh, it's a really holistic approach. I like that a lot. I will be downloading your app today. Where else can we go for more information, Patrice?
For more information, visit tipsontv.com. And of course, to learn more about the app and all the resources I have, go to patricewashington.com.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much for your expertise. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Rosie.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored on behalf of H&R Block and Epson by Tips on TV.